love, spirituality, moral ethics, health. So today the topic we are going to visit is the similarities and disparities of co-creators. You know, it's been a long time that people have questioned the importance of their partners or their second order, which is the opposite gender. Which spirituality makes us to know that the both are very, very important. They are the co-creators, right? Okay, so we want to know the similarities, something that makes them the same, that make them have equal worth, right? And the disparities, the things that differentiate them from each other. Okay, so today I'm going to start talking about the genders, the male and female gender in the physical form. In the physical form, we know men to be what? We know them to be strong, physical, in the physical activity. You know, the male are always inclined to strength. We will not say power, because power is something that is spiritual. The will, the zeal, that is where power relates to. Well, when we want to talk about the physical and we are relating to the male gender, we talk about strength, financial buoyancy, ability to lead. I didn't say rule, ability to lead. This is number 3. And what else? An ability to provide and care. These are the 5 main qualities of the male gender. Okay, so let's visit the physical qualities of the female gender. The physical qualities of the female gender is 1, embodiment of love with all the care, nurture. 2, ability to direct with all the foresight, intuition. Okay, ability to what? Ability to teach. Okay, ability to organize, and ability to absorb. Thank you. So now, among these five things, you can see there are places that the male and female qualities have things in common, like ability to take decision and direct. Okay, so the male has the ability to take decision, while the women, they have the ability to direct. Mostly, I'm not saying that the male doesn't have ability to, but mostly what is pertaining to the ladies are always to instruct, okay, to teach, because you know, female has this embodiment naturally in them to nurture and to grow. Okay, so the ability for the male to take decision and the ability for the female to direct are they are similar. Okay? So while the male are embodiment of strength, the females are what? Embodiment of love. Okay, so I will actually say that the similarities that they have is just that too, the taking of decision and to direct. Okay, so the other ones, like strength, the woman doesn't have that strength. Not that like they don't have strength, but it's not known. Women are not known to have that strength. They are the weak vessel. That's the weak gender. Okay, not that there are some few female who can do what a man cannot do, but in generalization, women are known to be the weak ones. Okay, but when it comes to that, their ability to absorb, they have a lot of faith to absorb. Not all of them, but majority have that ability of enduring for a very long time than the male. The male have the wisdom, they have the power to lead, but the patience is lacking. They don't have that patience to wait or to absorb like a female can absorb for a very long time. They don't have that patience. Not that it's not required for them to have patience. A reasonable extent, okay, they are meant to have that patience. But in their own cases, the female have more of that power, more of that physical characteristics than the male. Okay, so now let's look at the spiritual qualities that the both need to have. One, the both need to have, that's we are talking about the similarity in their spiritual qualities. They both need to have the power of what? They need to have the power to accommodate. The both of them need to have the power to adjust. Just like the ocean. You see the ocean taking in so many debts they poured in it. It doesn't say, why are you pouring all this debt into me? Why you stop pouring all this debt? No, he allows you. You do and do. At the end of the day, he takes overall account of what happened to it. It will just overhaul itself and all those debts that people poured into. Just like in our daily activities, we move around, people will say both good, bad, lifting and downgrading words. It is left for you to overhaul all those things out of your mind and dish it away and cleanse yourself. Power to re-cleanse yourself. So both of the gender need to have what? Must have the power to adjust. So number is power to what? Tolerate. Okay? Tolerate each other. No, I think that's adjustment. Tolerate. They should have is the similarities that they have in spirituality. Okay, so they need to have the power to what? To discriminate from good and bad. Is a must. You have to discriminate from real and fake. You have to discriminate from what? From original and fake. Discriminate from evil and good. Okay? So number 4 is the power to do what? To power to judge. Be able to judge weakness and strength. You see people judging things on net, my account was freezed. That is why I have decided now that all my talk, that is all the things I see, all the mistakes that I see people doing, I should address it in this platform. Okay? So right now we said the first power both of them should have in spirituality, as in their inner self, as co-creators, is 1, accommodation, 2, tolerance, 3, discrimination, 4, ability to judge right, 5, then ability to face anything that comes your way, both the male and the female. That is their spiritual power. Ability to face any obstacles, ability to face any temptation. Face it squarely. Don't run away, because if you run away, it comes and waits for you in another junction in a different way. So you have to face and conquer. The both of the gender has been given such power. So what is similar in their physical qualities is that spiritual power that they both possess. Both of them have power. That is why I didn't say that the man has power. I said the men has strength, but the female take, how they do their things. They can't do their things like you ask a man to help you carry something, you just carry it immediately. But when you ask a lady, it will take time. Maybe she will be pushing it to small, but a man will just do his thing, boom, boom, and that's strength. Okay, so not that the woman does not have the strength. I hope you get what I'm saying. It's just that it will take a longer time, so it's not part of their quality. Okay, but spiritually they possess the power. They possess what they call the spiritual power to accomplish a lot, both of them. So these are their similarities, and many more powers like that they have in common. Okay, we mentioned now the power to face obstacles, temptations that comes to them in life. Okay, so both the male and the female have these qualities of power. Okay, spiritual qualities. So, okay, let's talk about the physical. The physical disparities, the differences between the male? You know already that's what the male has that the female do not have. Okay, is there disparities. Okay, but that does not make the lady less if he doesn't have what the male have, and that does not make the male less if he doesn't have what the female has. So what happened is that they complement each other, and because they complement each other, they become what? Partners. Okay, and if they are partners, what are they? They are what? They are mates. They are mates. God made them mates. God made them equal. Okay, so what the male does not have, the female has to complement it. What the female does not have, the male have to complement it. So nobody is anybody's slave. The both of them are equal mates, partners. Do you get what I'm saying? So I've been seeing recently on net how the male throw the female, and how the female throw the male, and even how the female even throw their fellow female, and I feel like, wow, this is serious. Okay, and so how can I keep replying one person or telling them this is it, this is what it should be, this is what it should be, and at the end of the day, okay, we just get into just few number of people. So today I decided to make a video concerning this issue that people are having today, especially in the new the youths of today. Okay, the female are not given to you for what? For slavery. Neither is the male given to you for slavery, because I know there are few female who kind of turn their husbands into rag, or anybody close to them into rag. It's not proper, but this is not what we are going to treat today. What we are treating today is what? The similarities, disparities of the co-creators. Why are we co-creators? Okay, when we say fatherland, motherland, it's the same. I'm going to my fatherland. Oh, dear motherland. Okay, so they are co-creators. They are equal. They are infused together. If the man say, oh, I'm bigger, I'm bigger, I'm bigger, if you are bigger, then the female cannot fuse into you, because two things should come into similarities. They should come into size. When they come into size, they are able to fit perfectly. Then they will say, this is the fitting of this thing. Like now we have this charger, earpiece charger. Okay, so if the cover is not made to fit the mother, if the top is not meant to fit the bottom, can it close? It will not close. If the top is bigger than the mother, it will be falling. Everything will be falling. This will be falling off, right? It will be falling, right? Yes. So what male and female do is they complement each other. So without this top being here, the mother, the bottom, everything inside it will fall. So there should be a cover. Okay, so when there is a cover, everything rhymes and they complement. And so in families or in gender equality, I will not say inequality, in gender equality, the two need each other. Okay, the top needs the bottom needs the top. So here you are meant to see practically that no one is better than the other. No one is more perfect than the other. No one is better than the significant other. That's why it's called the significant, because they are the same. Significant, similar, the same. They are meant to fuse and fit. If they are not, the mouth and the body is not the same, then they can't fuse. It can never work together. So like the Bible said, that can two work together if they don't agree? They can't work together. Okay, and so that is why today people should know that the male, the female are equal and very important. So you can't lord yourself over me when you don't do what you are meant to do to make me happy. I can't be slaving. I can't be doing my own part and you feel that you can lord yourself over me by not doing your own part. Okay, we give example of genders, the opposite genders. They come together and they love each other. Okay, and so whenever the woman takes her salary, she gives to the partner, the husband, and say, this is my salary, hold it. Okay, and from there they're able to take care of their needs, their family needs. And so the male always is the one to dish out money to say, for this one, for that one. And so when the female wants to do her own personal thing, and the male says, it's not important, and the female will like, wow, just wow, what is not important? To take good care of my hair or to buy clothes for myself is not important. And the man has to rethink and say, oh, sorry, I'm very, very sorry. And he has to bring it out. Because if to say she's holding her salary, she will do whatever she feels like doing. Okay? But because of that oneness, she wants to give it to you so that everything will be in the open. And so you know the right things to do. Than a man, I know of relationship, whom the man refuses to cater for his wife, and he's collecting the wife's salary, and the wife's salary is taking care of everything in the house. Meanwhile, he doesn't bring out his own money to take care of the house, his own part of his. So the woman's salary does all these things, and he still refuses the woman to take money to get clothes for her working place, for her hair, for her bag. So many people in her working place have known her with one particular dress, one particular hairstyle, or one particular kind of simbi is again, the cornrow they do from top to down, So this has been the way this girl has been, with all the maltreatment and all the violence in the house, beating and all that. In fact, it wasn't really a nice should I say, memory for the lady. He has to leave the marriage even with the children. Okay, so this is where the other partner feels the other partner does not have a right. Even when she has all the rights, you feel she doesn't have a right, and you feel because what? You have the strength to give him 7 blow, 1 blow 7 Akpus. When we are small, that's what we call it. 1 blow 7 Akpus. That's not right. Okay, so you have the strength, but she has the ability to endure a long period till it has to. Her life was now so much threatened. So I wouldn't advise someone to stay that long, to the extent that her spinal cord was damaged. No. Once you see a threat of raising a hand to slap, leave. No need. Because once it begins, it doesn't stop. So right now, I'm advising the other gender, which is the male gender. Your strength is not for beating a woman. Your strength is be able to take up a task and accomplish it. The qualities of the female to direct is that they are more intuitive. They pay attention. They can feel it from their inner place of creation, that this is what is going to happen. Darling, take it, do this thing this way. And the man does it, and it works because what? The female gender is more inclined to have spiritual awareness than the male gender, even though they are both spiritually connected and they have spiritual qualities together. But the female tends to be more in tune. Not that the male are not more in tune, they are also more in tune, depending on the personality of the person. But in general, when it comes to physical, the female has that embodiment of love, and because of that embodiment the love is already in them as part of who they are, and as in the creature they are, their embodiment of love. They are able to pick vibrations quickly, pick characters, and they tend to foresee happenings before it happens. They tend to see what is, like when a child have an attitude, they tend to see where that child is going and be able to start stopping it as early as possible to prevent such character in the future. Okay, but the male has no time to pay attention due to they lead, they have financial buoyancy, because they have the tendency of financial buoyancy, so they have a lot to accomplish, so their intuition is a bit lesser than that of the female that is high. Do you get what I'm saying? So they complement each other. So the woman is the embodiment of creation, embodiment of nurture, embodiment of love. So they tend to care and to make things grow. They are like, they water the plants and the plant is growing. They know this morning I have to water the plant, I have to put manure, I have to. The man doesn't have time for such petty, it's not petty, but you know, they are very, very minute things, but very important. If there is no attention paid to that minute thing, it can escalate and become big problem. So, but because they have that wisdom to take care of a problem when it's still minute, or prevent it not to even escalate, the female have that intuition, they have that quality. But the male cannot pay such. It's only when it escalates they will now start to tend to get it right, but the deed has been done. So that is why they don't have that trait of getting attention to minute. They like tackling gross problems, okay? When the thing has escalated and you know, so, but that's not the best. But this is who they are, okay? So now we want to talk about this word they use, the head of the family. Cut my head, and then the whole body and the legs. Will it be useful? It will not. Even cut the head alone and keep, and say the head, oh yeah, go take care of yourself. Can the head still be useful? No. So that you are the head, okay, makes every other person the mother of that head, the mother, the body of that head, okay? So you can't say because you are the head you do anyhow. You are the head. The head have to care for the rest of the members of the body. The head has to care. The head is not to kill the members of the body. If you kill, maltreat, enslave the members of the body, the head will not last. The head will not live. So when the men say, I'm the head of the family does not mean you should enslave others. You are the head of the family. Don't talk to me anyhow. The head of the family shouldn't do what will make people to talk to him anyhow. I'm the head of the family. I need to advise you, tell you what. Okay, the head of the family is a humble person. Because if I give self-respect to myself, okay, nothing will bring me, the king, down from my throne. I give myself self-respect first, and give others their respect, and talk to them in a calm, humble way. Oh dear, this thing is like this. What happened? How did he? Oh, my beloved. It was when but come on, come here. Where are you going? Where are you coming from by this time? This is my house. It's not just your house. It's the both of you's house. Okay? And that doesn't mean like the way I don't want to digress. Let's focus on what we've come here. Another day we talk about that. Okay? And so, when there is what? Humility. Others will give you cooperation. Your wife will cooperate. Your children will cooperate. Everything will move like a train. And so the head is a representative of a family. Not a killer. Not a joy killer. Not a slave master. Not a wicked husband. Not an egoistic fool. I'm going to use this word, oh yes, because that's how I want to describe, so you understand what I'm saying. If I say it in some platform, I will be bound. Okay? So the head is a representative. They're doing community meeting, and they came to drop a circular around to people living in that area, and they came to yours and dropped to yours, and you'll be like, honey, they brought this paper, they say it's a meeting by 5 o'clock. Honey will say, okay, I'll come back on time so that I can go. So he goes to represent his family. That is the head. Not the head that he will make every other person to bow and he only will stand tall. No, the head you are is to lift everybody in your family up. Starting from your children, your wife. And then they will help you and say, oh yeah, daddy, come please. And they will all drag you up. Because you have the strength. Not the female. You have the strength to push up. You have the strength to drag everybody up. And then so all of them will now gather and say, oh daddy, please come up. That is the head. The head is not to kill, to bulldoze, to kick, to push, to karate. No. So you see why I'm repeating it constantly? That you are the head does not mean that the whole body is rubbish. If you say the whole body is rubbish, then the head should leave alone and let all the whole body stay alone. Who will leave? Nobody will leave. All of you will become dead. The head, the body, the members of the body, everybody will die. Okay? So for the head to live, he has to take care of all the body. Okay? So these are our similarities. And we see the differences that we have as what? As co-creators. Okay? The qualities of the male, which is different from the qualities of the female, are the disparities. And we now have the similarities that binds us to fit and become organized as a family, become institutionalized as an institution. Okay, so when it comes to a male and a female, this is going to have part 2, so that we can understand, assimilate, and then we come to part 2. We will just say where we continue here, which is the male and the female. In a male or the female, we have both the male qualities and the female qualities. In a male, we have the male qualities and the female qualities. In a female, we have the male qualities and the female qualities. So in God, in the divine, we have the male qualities of God and the female qualities of God. And likewise in the soul. Okay, so we continue here in our next episode. Okay, because this one is very, very vast. We can't finish it today. So thank you so much for listening. I am very happy that we treated this topic, and very soon we have a hyper topic, which is the yin and yang qualities of the soul. Okay? Shanti. Have a nice day. Bye bye. God bless you. Peace.